And look, we're going to start with that rates decision. And do you reckon there might be any politics involved here? Well, earlier this morning, the opposition leader Peter Dutton said he hopes there is a rate cut shortly from the Reserve Bank. But earlier this week, he did express caution in case the RBA deems that inflation is not yet defeated in our economy.
I hope for the sake of families and small businesses that there is an interest rate cut, but that's a decision for the Reserve Bank Governor, and she shouldn't feel pressured one way or the other, because you can cut rates and then find that they've been cut too early, and then the Reserve Bank will have to increase rates later on. That's obviously a real concern to economists and to families as well.
Well, the Prime Minister Anthony Albanese leapt on that comment in question time on Thursday, which possibly was the last time the House of Reps sits before the election. So here's what the PM said.
The Leader of the Opposition this week saying as well about interest rates, that the RBA Governor shouldn't feel pressured one way or the other because she can cut rates and then find out they've been cut too early. Well, I'll leave that just out there. I'll just leave that out there for people to read into that what they will. But we on this side of the chamber want people to be better off.
There's a pretty fine point here, isn't there? Is the Reserve Bank independent or not? Because the Prime Minister was definitely giving Michele Bullock and the Reserve Bank Board a very big hint as to what he thinks they should do. And though Albanese would never like to be compared with the US President, who this week, remember, called him a very fine man, well, the PM seems to be taking a leaf out of Donald Trump's playbook, trying to impose his political will over the independent central bank.
With oil prices going down, I'll demand that interest rates drop immediately.
But for the moment, the chair of the US Federal Reserve, well, he seems to be defying the president, not moving rates down immediately and not promising too much at all.
With our policy stance now significantly less restrictive than it had been, and the economy remaining strong, we do not need to be in a hurry to adjust our policy stance.
And in just 2 days' time, we'll discover, most likely in the Governor's press conference afterwards, after that decision about rates, just how our own Michele Bullock is standing up to the very obvious and very unfair political pressure.